Breaking news coming out of attacks on U.S. soil, cities on the watch list. Now, this has just been released. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest information on this. And as you guys know, I cite all the sources. They're listed in the description down below. And this list is extensive. I'm going to cover some of the details, give you a little bit of context as to what's been unfolding here. As we just heard from the FBI just this week, they said that it looks like attacks could be coming to the U.S. Now, in addition to that, they clarified on attacks that they could be physical or they could be cyber against our infrastructure. And in addition to that, now more information coming out. I'm going to be sharing with you the list of cities they are saying that they have intel on, that there are units in these cities that have been preparing. And as you guys know, we also heard on that same day from Congress that they believe that threats of attacks coming from Hamas or from Iran, well, they're already here because of the past couple of years of open borders. They believe they've already come pouring in. So I'm going to give you the latest details on this. But before I go too much longer, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay in the comments. Just want to make sure I'm getting the information relayed okay. If you can, let me know. I see we got quite a few people on. Okay, I see Kanai is saying yes. Robert Cook saying good evening. Annette saying yes. Lou is saying okay. Okay, excellent. Okay, great. So everyone can hear me and see me okay. We have 917 people on live with me this Saturday. And you guys, I know that this is not what anybody wants to hear. It seems like every day we are getting one step closer to World War III. We're hearing that the U.S. has intensified conflict with Iran. All of this is surrounding Israel and Hamas. We also have Russia and Ukraine, and we're hearing China and Taiwan could be having issues. However, if you guys appreciate the updates, do me a quick favor. Smash the like button, because it just simply says to the YouTube algorithm you appreciate the content, and in turn they will share this out further, and we can help spread this information just by hitting that like button. And also, if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date on what's happening with our world, with our economy, with Congress, all of the global conflict taking place, I'll be sure to share, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. It's totally free, and I'll let you know what's going on. In addition to that, you guys, also too, let me just get you caught up on what's going on before I get any further, because I see we've got quite a few people on. So again, 1,245 people on. Can I get 600 likes? If you have not hit the like button, but you appreciate the knowledge, the information going out, that would help out the channel a ton. So let me go ahead and first give you a little bit of context about what this is called, what is going on. And forgive me, I don't want to trigger anything with this platform, if you catch my drift. So I'm going to be using words that are very neutral for certain things here. So the FBI last week, they came out and said that there could be potential attacks that could be coming to the United States as a result of what's been taking place in the Middle East. The U.S. has been getting attacks from Iran. The U.S. has now attacked Iran. Iran's foreign minister came to the U.S. in the UN on our soil here in the United States and said that we would not be spared from their fire if this war in Gaza with Israel attacking the Strip continued. Well, it is continuing on, and Israel has told us there will not be a ceasefire, that this will continue on. They will eradicate Hamas, and it won't be if, it will be when. And they have warned the United States this will be a long, drawn-out war, so brace yourself. And so now what we're hearing is Iran is saying they are ramping up, and they are planning to come against the United States. Now, the FBI came out and they said, listen, we believe that we are on high risk, and the attacks that could be coming, as I mentioned, they're likely going to be cyber attacks against our infrastructure. So I let you guys know on my last live, and I also put it in the videos in my channel. Watch the water systems, they said. Watch the electrical grid. Also, they said, watch the airports. They are planning to take down U.S. systems. Now, we have a list that has come out of cities that they believe have groups in them already that are planning. And as I shared with you guys, this is linked in the description below. The FBI director specifically called out just last week that they stopped a nationalist that was arrested in Houston, Texas, that was accused of preparing to detonate devices and to harm lots of people in Houston, Texas. Now, this is one of many. Now, in addition to that, to give you guys a little bit more information, if you are interested in doing some research, because some of this I am not going to cite because, like I said, I don't want the platform, if you catch my drift, to get upset with what I'm sharing. But there are websites that you can look up that explain that there are these certain groups that are in the United States and we have intel on them. They are watching them. They know they're here. But this list is just of the ones that we know of. If you believe that there are more here, put a 1 in the comments. If you believe that they have tabs on all of them, that the FBI is controlling everything that's going on pretty well, put a 2. But I've got a feeling that this list, wait till you hear the list, it's pretty extensive, that this is just what they know of that's taking place, you guys. Now, let me go ahead and share this with you, okay? So let's go through the list, and I'm going to let you know what we have on here. And this is not in any particular order. This is not in alphabetical order, but this is the list of cities, you guys. And let me know if you are in this city. If I name a city and you're in it, type a 1 in the comments so that way I can see. Actually, no, we're already done 1 and 2. Do me a favor, type a 5. Type a 5 in the comments if I name your city. I'd like to get intel on how many people are on my channel that are actually in these cities the FBI is warning of. All right, so this is some of the information coming out on cities to be on the watch. Now, first is Washington, D.C., all throughout the state of New York, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Houston, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Playfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Harriton, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. That is the list that they currently have where they're saying, please be on the lookout. Not only is there concern of physical attacks, of possible attacks on people with devices, but in addition to that, they are saying these are the cities to be mindful of, to watch against attacks against our infrastructure systems for our water, our electrical grids, taking down our airports. They're trying to shut down our systems to wreak havoc on our daily lives, on the citizens here on U.S. soil. And they're saying this is likely the route we'll be going if by chance this war continues, if there's official war declared. And again, like this is, when I heard the list, I was shocked at how many cities are on this list. And also too, what we're hearing is they are planning, this is what they believe. Now, we will see. And all of this is just hearsay coming out from the FBI. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, is this actually legitimately what's happening? But here's the thing. They're saying that they're planning a coordinated attack. So in other words, imagine, if you will, all of these cities on one day getting hit all at once, not randomly, but a coordinated effort. So that way, all of a sudden, one day we wake up and this city gets hit, and this city gets hit, and this city gets hit, all of them coordinated at the same time to wreak havoc all at once on one day. And that is what they're saying to watch for. So major cities like this all around the nation, they are saying to be on the watch. And I see a lot of 5s in the comments. I see a lot of people saying, yeah, they're on the list. So again, 5, if in the comments, if you are on the list, and I'll go through it once again. And I see a lot of people saying, stay vigilant. A lot of people saying that this is, let's see here, they're going underground. Yeah, okay, so we are in perilous times, but you guys, I want to make sure that you guys know the latest. And again, do me a favor. I know this is not what anybody wants to hear, but I believe that knowledge is power. Just us knowing that this is taking place, we can make the preparations, especially if you're on this city watch list. Then you can go ahead and say, okay, let me stock up on waters. Let me go ahead and get fuel. Let me get a generator. Let me stock up on ammunition. Let me go ahead and do whatever I need to do. Let me make sure that my head is on a swivel, making sure that I'm aware of my surroundings and what's going on, taking care of me and my family, maybe neighborhood groups, making sure that we take care of each other, because I think it's very important for us to be prepared and to be prayed up. These are incredible times we're entering into, and what we're hearing is that likely as we go into 2024, this is only going to intensify. Things are likely probably going to get greater, because it does not look like this war by any means is anywhere close to done. So again, if you guys appreciate the updates, I see we've got 3,700 people in the room. Wow. If you could smash the like button, all it does is it will spread this out further into YouTube. If you appreciate the updates, do me that favor. Can we get an extra 500 people to smash the like button? Can we get this up to 1,400? If you could, I would appreciate it. If you have not hit the like button yet, that would help out a ton. Just spreads this out and it'll share it with other people. And again, I'll go through the list again for people, and I see people saying this is fear. I see people saying like it's crazy, free Palestine. I see all sorts of different lists, different comments coming out. You guys, let me just share this with you. I don't want anybody to be in fear, but I do want people to be aware. I think that it is our responsibility to know what's going on, to share it out, and to make sure that everyone is aware of what's taking place, especially if your city is on this list. And I'll go through it once again for you guys. This is the list that has been released where they're saying they believe they have eyes on groups. And this is only the ones that they know of. Eyes on groups in cities where they are trying to play out potential attacks on U.S. soil. And again, we actually had them stop a potential attack that just took place here in Houston, Texas last week from a Jordanian nationalist that said that he was, that they were watching him and that he was potentially planning an attack. So again, here is the list. And again, do me a favor. If I name your city, put a 5. I'd like for all of us to see all the people that are in these cities. It's absolutely incredible. And I was shocked at the length of this list. So one more time for you guys, and this is only the ones that they know of. This does not mean that there is not potential groups in your city. It just means this is the ones that they have eyes on, that they've released at this time. Washington, D.C., all throughout the state of New York, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Houston, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Playfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Harriton, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. That is the current list that we have right now, you guys. And I can see the 5s pouring in. And yes, Dallas, Texas is on the list. New York is on the list. Dallas, yes, I see people saying all of these things coming in as my city on the list. This is the list that we have so far. Now, again, as more information rolls out on this, I'll let you guys know, because this was just released. We're hearing about Florida, a lot in Florida, a lot in Texas, and a lot in California. And in New York, they didn't even put the cities. They just said all throughout New York. Just New York it's everywhere. And I think that this is fairly evident because also, too, as you guys will recall, the protests and the attacks in the streets that have already been going on, where have they been? Los Angeles, California, New Orleans. We saw this in Chicago. We saw this in, there was another city, I can't remember. There was New York, LA, Chicago, New Orleans, and we saw the bombers stopped in Houston. And now this list was released, and we see city after city in California, city after city in Florida, in Texas, and in New York. They didn't even bother with a list. They just simply said all throughout the state. So I think it's very important for us to know that this is going on. Let's see here. Ryan says that they planned the attack on Israel for 1 year. What if there is more to the plan? Ryan, I don't doubt it. I think that there are strategies underway. And I think that the FBI, and I'll put a 1 if you believe they know a whole lot more that's going on than they're releasing. The fact that they're releasing this, and the fact that the FBI and Congress came out on the same day with this information, that makes me feel like they know that it's almost like they've been let me know if you think this. If put a 1 if you agree. They've had things under wraps. They know a whole lot more than they're letting out. And now they're releasing this because they know it's probably to the point of no return. Why would Congress and the FBI on the exact same day come out and warn about attacks on U.S. soil and then give the specifics? It's not just like we think people are here. It's we think people are here. We think they're in these cities, and we think that they're going to attack our infrastructure systems, our water, our electrical. It's because they already know that things are taking place right now. And I think that they just like to keep us in the dark because they don't want to cause chaos and cause people to worry. They don't want to spread mass fear. But when it gets to the point where it's like, all right, this is going to happen, then they start releasing some information to warn people and prepare them. So that's why, as I'm seeing this come out, I'm trying to use this platform to share it with people, to let people know. And again, if you appreciate that, do me a favor, smash the like button if you haven't already. I know this is not the news that anybody wants to hear, but what this will do is it will share this out even further on the algorithm. So if you haven't hit the like button yet and you appreciate the update, do me a favor. Can I get 350 people to hit the like button? If I could do that, we can get the likes over 2,000. That would be fantastic because that will just help push it out more. So if you haven't hit the like yet, it's just one little click. It helps out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Steve, sources. Yes, sources are linked in the description. But as I mentioned, I am sourcing some of the articles, some of the stuff I am not. You can Google search for yourself. And I am going to actually write something and put it on the screen, but not say it and not put it in my description because I don't want to trigger something. So I'm going to do this. So everyone stay with me. I'm going to write something and show it to you. So that way you can go ahead and Google search it yourself because there's some things I hope you guys understand that I can't share. All right, so I think this is backwards. Let me write it. Let me see if I can write this backwards for you guys. But if you have time, you can Google search this for yourself. Not bad. I wrote this backwards. Okay, if you can see that, if you have time, you can Google that for yourself, and you can go ahead and find out some of the information that they're talking about. Now, just a little bit of detail on this for you guys, a little bit of context. This is a strictly compartmentalized unit that is being commanded by that group over in the Middle East, Hamas and Iran. It is supported by Iran. It's a strategic arm of Hezbollah. The purpose of it is to send out people around the United States. Now, here's a little bit of information on these groups for you. The units, they are composed of special operating groups. And I apologize. I know this might not make a whole lot of sense. There's certain things that I want to be careful about how I say it. They frequently travel abroad. They are explained away by their family members and their neighbors and their friends as going out on regular business trips, whereas they are in fact members of a unit that is mounting various potential attacks that will happen throughout the United States and throughout the world against Americans and against Israel. Let's see here. As opposed to other groups, typically from what you might see them as, they actually will shave their beards. They do not visit mosques, and they consort with local women in the areas where they carry out their missions. They go for periods of time just operating in regular everyday society. And like I said, what they're planning to do is have a coordinated event that will take place all at once in various cities around the nation. So this is being planned out. They undergo a long and complex process of training until they are formally authorized as operatives, including field security, working undercover, sabotage techniques, as well as camouflage techniques, in case they are required to escape from any given location. In order to facilitate these activities worldwide, these units establish ties with elements that support their original locations and they become permanent residents in where it is that they have been sent to. And this is a strategic and logistical plan for operative purposes. So you guys, I hope that makes sense. I tried to read things as carefully as I could. Put a 1 if you're following me, if what I read makes sense. Put a 2 if you want me to provide a little bit more clarification. Because I tried to explain things, as I said, and also try to explain things in a way that is okay with the platform. Yeah, okay. Some people are saying they get it. Some people are saying they're not. Okay, so for those of you that are not getting it, I apologize. Again, you can go ahead and Google search this for yourself. And it will do a little bit of an explanation, because this is some of the stuff that is going on right now. Some of the information that's being released. And like I said, the list of the cities where they're saying they believe that there are groups. Basically, if I read your city on that list, you need to be mindful of what's going on and prepare yourself for potential attacks. Also, too, you guys, let's see here. So I see a lot of ones. Okay, great. A lot of people are saying they see it. Excellent. Yeah, people are saying they're looking it up. They're searching it. Let's see here. So somebody said, where is the list? Let me go ahead and read it for you one more time. And again, you can find this, start searching for it. Please Google this information. Like I said, I like to put all the stuff in the description for you. So some of these articles are in the description, some of them are not, because like I said, I don't want to trigger anything. But what I can do is I can also maybe upload a video tomorrow or on Monday where I actually can put them on the screen for you, because I can't do it live. Put a 1 if you'd like a follow-up video, and I can go ahead and start putting stuff on the screen for you. Because maybe I can do that as well if you'd like a second video on this, where you can put it on the screen. Some people are saying they Googled it, they found absolutely nothing. Some people are saying they did find it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a follow-up. So please keep an eye out tomorrow. And what I'll do is I'll take videos and screenshots. I'll put these up for you guys so you can actually see them. And again, I'll read through this list one more time for you, okay? So that way, for those of you that are coming in, because I see now we've got 5,200 people in the room. And if you want to go ahead and see, hear the list because you came in late, let me go ahead and read it for you. Okay, so again, 5, if your city is on this list. This is the list that's come out. They're saying that these are some of the cities where they're saying, please be on watch. Be on watch for potential attacks that the FBI has warned about. And again, they said these could be physical, but the FBI is specifically warning about cyber attacks against infrastructure systems. And they've said specifically water, electricity, and airports. Be on the lookout. So Washington, D.C., all throughout the state of New York, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Houston, Texas. And they actually, as I mentioned, they stopped somebody that had a device just last week. You can Google search Jordanian, Houston, Texas, and attack, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida. Also, that one for Houston is linked in the description. Boca Raton, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Playfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Harridan, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. And again, I've seen those 5s, people putting 5s if they reside in these cities, so we can see just how many people this is going to be impacting. And you guys, somebody's saying they found it. Okay, yes, I see people commenting that they did find what I wrote down. People are saying that this information is correct. Yes, it is correct. I always try to do my best to do the best research for you guys, so that way you guys can go ahead and see what exactly is going on. And again, this is updated information. So this has been going on over the past couple of days. So first, FBI came out, said, be on the lookout. Attacks could be coming to U.S. soil as a result of the Middle East. That same day, Congress came out and said, we're under potential threat of attack here in the U.S. on U.S. soil. Then the next day, we got information from the FBI saying, listen, It is likely going to be cyber attacks specifically on water, specifically on airports, and specifically on electricity infrastructure systems. Be on the lookout. And then now information coming out on lists of cities where they have intel, and they believe that there are groups that have come from the Middle East over the past couple years. They've come here through the borders, the open borders, and they said they've been watching them. And these are the cities where they're saying there are groups, and right now they're just dormant. Nothing's going on with them, but they believe they are all planning strategically a coordinated attack to happen in cities throughout the nation, all at the same time. One day could be attacks going on everywhere all at once. And so you guys, like I said, as more information comes out, I'll keep you up to date. Cynthia says, push the like button and share this. Yes, please share it out. Share this if you think it will help people. Hit the like button. It shares it right now while we're live. It begins to tell the algorithm on YouTube that you appreciate the updates, and they begin to spread it out even further. So I appreciate that if you could do that. And also, too, like I said, I know that this is not what anybody wants to hear. However, I do believe that knowledge is power. Us knowing this, can you imagine if you're in one of these cities and you did not know that you were on the list? If you did not know that you were in Houston, Texas, and that they're saying that they actually stopped a bomber last week, and in addition to that, there's more potential groups here, you would have no idea. But now this lets you know if you're in one of these cities, hey, my city is on the list. I need to make sure that I am prepared. So please do your part to prepare. Make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves, your family. You've got everything set, because right now the times that we're in are absolutely crazy. Yeah, and I see somebody saying they're in 5 T-Town. I see lots of 5s. And yes, links to articles in the description. So all you have to do on the bottom of this is where the title is. If you're on your phone, you push it. It'll drop down the title, and it'll drop down my description. In the description, you can click and you can see my links. And again, like I said, I usually like to provide all the links for all my sources. I want to make sure I'm providing the latest information, but there's some information coming out right now on this video that I don't want to say and I don't want to write, but I want to let you know that it is happening. And so I'd like for you to go Google it for yourself. But what I can do is I will go ahead and do another video where I can put it on the screen. So this is a live, but I'll do a video where I'll put stuff on the screen in my videos so that way you can see it. I just want to be very mindful about some of the things that are taking place right now and making sure that certain things, those of you that follow YouTube know that there's certain things that you need to be careful of what you're speaking about, but I still want to get the information sent to you guys. So I hope you understand and appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see. So somebody's saying, where is the list at? Yes, look up that information that I shared with you that I put on the screen. Somebody said, is this for real? Yes, this is for real. I've been covering this for the past week. Somebody's saying New York City here. Yes, New York. And it's no surprise if you saw the video footage of all of the protests and all the stuff that was taking place against the police in New York with the protests. It's absolutely incredible. It's insane. And they're saying without a doubt that it's just all over that state of New York. So please be mindful if you're in New York. Watch out for that. Let's see here. Somebody's saying Dallas. Was Dallas on the list? I believe it was. Yes. Houston, Arlington, and Dallas were on the list. All right. Let's see here. Anybody else I can help out? Any questions or information on? I see that 5,800 people on live with me. You guys, I'll keep you up to date. And again, also, as I mentioned, let's see here. Let me look this up really quick for you guys on the channel. All right. In addition to that, if you miss the information coming out, what is very concerning as well is that if we go to James Gerald is saying, what about Sacramento, California? I did not see Sacramento on the list, but I did see San Francisco on the list. Somebody said Seattle. Yes, Seattle was on the list. Seattle, Washington was the last one on the list. Now, in addition to that, if you missed my video yesterday, you might want to check it out because absolutely incredible information coming out yesterday regarding if we go to war. Shocking. I was blown away. I had no idea. So I saw that trending right now is searching for the U.S. draft. And they're saying, like, we're going to have to send Gen Z to war. And Gen Z has been searching the draft right now. Well, We got Congress and a ton of people saying, no, there will not be a draft. Don't worry about it. We're not bringing it. The draft was 50 years ago. Well, an article from The Hill came out yesterday that blew my mind. And it said, they're saying that there is not need for a draft because we're not at war. But if we go to war, they said, what's shocking is that when we had the draft, the last time we had the draft was 50 years ago. Guess how many people were enrolled in the armed forces all across the board? 750,000, I think it was, or it might have been 700,000. Guess how many are enrolled right now? 76,000. 1/10 of our armed forces than what we had 50 years ago. And they're saying that if we went to war, the last time we needed it 50 years ago, we had 10 times the amount of people enrolled in our armed forces. Right now, they're saying if we do war, and we're also sending funding out to other countries and our supplies out, they're saying that we are ill prepared. And they're saying that there was a AI thing that came out with Biden declaring that we were going to bring back the draft. They said it's fake. Biden doesn't have the power for executive order to do a draft. They're saying Congress has to issue it. And they're saying Congress is not talking about that right now. Well, it's because we're not at war right now. But they said if a declaration of war comes out, we are not prepared. And they said that the probability of Congress needing to issue some sort of reinforcement to provide the armed troops necessary could be very, very likely. And I was blown away because I thought, no way. But they're saying they could reinstitute that and it could come back 50 years later. And they said that they will call upon Gen Z. Now, just to clarify, if you're wondering, like, am I going to get drafted for war? The draft that takes place is for the ages 18 to 25. So if you're in that age range, that is who they're going to call upon to go out to be dispatched. And that is Gen Z right now. So that is, I was shocked. Again, after this video, if you want to go see it, it's on my page, Steve Ram. Go on the Steve Ram YouTube channel. And it's the very last video. I uploaded it 22 hours ago. And it is that they're saying we have a military crisis, a shortfall right now, and a U.S. draft is actually needed. So, man, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, in addition to that, like I said, I've been following this story for you for the past week or so, that the FBI coming out and warning about potential attacks here on U.S. soil. And then they just released this list. And somebody, Nick Chicago was on the list. Yes. Douglas says Tampa. Yes, Tampa was on the list. Basically, and they're doing exactly what you would imagine. They are targeting major cities. Dark Fire is saying Gen Z is too weak for battle. Both people woke up to war. You know what? They're saying there's a lot of, I was shocked at the comments of people in the video yesterday saying, wow, Gen Z is going to go to war. Like, this is crazy. Like, are they prepared? Put a 1 if you think that Gen Z is not prepared. I saw that comment so many times yesterday. They're saying that Gen Z is not ready. And also, too, it was incredible. Put a 2 if you think, no, they're ready. They will step up to the task to support our country. But it was absolutely incredible. I actually saw a report on the physical fitness of the generations today versus back when they had the draft. 50 years ago in 1970. They said the physical fitness that they had in schools and in society and stuff, that back then, I think like the average individual to pass a physical fitness test in school was like they had to do 17 push-ups or something like that, 19 push-ups. They had to do all these certain things. And they said today, the vast majority of our society, of our kids, of our culture, of people in general would fail, that we are not physically fit or in the condition or even in the mentality to go to war. And they said, and a sign of that also is, like I said, back then we had over 700,000 people enlisted when they did the draft. And they said that we still needed more. We needed to make sure we had more. Today, look at that article that came out from The Hill. Literally came out on, it was either the I think it was the 3rd. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I got that article as soon as it came out. You guys know I like to hit you with the latest information. Said 76,000 right now. 1/10 of what we had before when they said we actually needed that. So, man, I just report to you guys the latest so you know what's going on. But to me, it's just like, it's incredible. I feel like, put a 1 if you feel like they gaslight us. Oh, don't worry, that's not going to happen. Oh, don't worry, our borders are fine. Oh, don't worry, like our economy is going to be great. don't worry, there's not going to be any attacks. And now they're saying, oh, don't worry, there's not going to be a draft. And to me, it's like they think that we're dumb. They think that we don't see what's going on. They think that we just are going to listen to them, and then they just change the narrative on us. And to me, it's absolutely absurd. It's insane to think that all you have to do is look at the numbers and look at what's going on. Is there anybody in here that doubts that there are potential attacks coming to the U.S.? We've had the borders open for so long, people just pouring in. They're just stopped people with devices. They're stopping people in Houston, Texas. And now, to me, it's very concerning, because now the fact that they're coming out and saying this, that, in my opinion, means that we have probably reached the point of no return, that they are aware of the fact that something is coming. And I feel like we all can almost sense it, that this is just insane. I've seen so many people in the comments say, I never thought I'd see this. I never thought I'd see this in my lifetime. I don't know how we got here so fast. And now it's just absolutely incredible to me. And now, like, I think Gen Z is onto it too. They're like, is there going to be a draft? It's been Google searched like crazy. I saw it on the trending, and I just thought, like, no. I thought, no, this is not going to happen. And then when I saw that article come out yesterday, it means that people are looking into it, and they're finding out we're actually in a major shortfall here in the United States for our armed forces. So we will see, and I'll keep you guys up to date. But again, take a look at that. I will make sure that you guys know the latest coming out, and I'll keep you up to date on what's going on with the United States here, and also with the war in the Middle East, and any other things that come up, you guys. I will go ahead and make sure that you know the latest happenings, so that way you don't miss out on anything. Because let me know if you agree. Smash the like button if you haven't already, if you appreciate the transfer of information, because I believe knowledge is power. Just the fact that now you know about this, now that you know that potentially your city could be on the list, it gets you prepared. It gets you ready. It just has you in the know, and then you also can help out other people. So if you could do me a favor, smash the like button. We've got 7,200 people in the room. Can we get half the room to hit the like button? If we could get that number over 3,500, I would appreciate it, because all it does is just, it pushes this out further. If you haven't hit the like button yet, but you appreciate the information, go ahead and smash it for me. Somebody's saying smash the like button. Yes, I would appreciate it. Somebody says I'm buffering really hard. Oh, am I? Can you guys put a 1 if you can still see me and hear me okay? Put a 2 if I'm cutting out. Let me know really quick here. Okay, I see a 1. I see ones. I see 1. Oh, okay. Everyone, whoever it is that said I'm buffering really hard, you might want to check your internet connection. Everybody else is saying that we're still really good. Okay, you guys, I will keep you up to date on more information. Yes, for those of you guys that are looking for that list and looking for that stuff, let me tell you this, you can find it on social media, and you can find it on certain websites, as I mentioned, that I wrote down. This information's starting to come out. They're starting to release it, and to me, it's a sign that they feel like, I think that we're getting close. And I hope not. If you are a believer, if you're a prayer, pray. And also, if you're a prepper, prep. Stay prayed up and stay prepped up, you guys. But that is the latest. I'll make sure that as more information comes out, I'll be sure to share with you guys. And also, in addition to that, I cite the sources, and I will put out a video. I'll put stuff on the screen for you. So keep an eye out for that video tomorrow or Monday, you guys. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a blessed Saturday. Take time to spend with your family. Take time to prepare yourselves. Take time in prayer. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless. This is Steve.